Mike here from All Pro Quality Garage Doors, and you guessed it, sunny San Diego, bringing you the news stories of the day relating to garage doors and openers. I got some calls this morning from some panicked customers. It seems Channel 8 ran a news story about a guy on YouTube that uses a coat hanger and fishes it up in top, hooks the emergency release on your garage door opener as he's viewing it through your windows, and then he opens the door. Took him 6 seconds to open that garage door with a coat hanger while he was looking through the glass in the garage door. And I have to say that as I was watching this video, it was a well done video, but I'm a little disappointed. Personally, I would have walked up if I had the audacity, and that's not the first word that came to mind, audacity, but if I had the audacity to attempt to break into someone's house through the very front of the house, through the largest moving object in the house, while 8 neighbors on either side can see that house, I would have just broke the glass and been in 2 seconds. By the time you hit 6 seconds, I got your Craftsman tools loaded in the truck. So a little disappointing in that. Why waste the time with a coat hanger if you're going to do that? Just break the glass and get in. Be done with it. But that's not the point. The point is, when people call me up and say, am I susceptible to this kind of entry? Yes, you are. But there are ways around that. And there are probabilities as to why it won't be you. It could be. I'm not saying it won't be. Because I know the guy watching this will be, well, it happened to me. But, number one, most criminals are going to pick a more secluded spot to get into your house rather than the just wide open front of your house. That's most. Number two, the video showed somewhat ideal conditions for getting into your house through the garage. Looked like to me like there was a lot of flex in that door when you can shove an 1.5 inch block up there and get that much of a gap between the header and the door. Yeah, maybe your opener's not quite set right on the down limit, keeping that top panel snug. The door I have in the showroom, I tested that today. I couldn't get 1/4 inch. Maybe. If you look at this video right here, you'll see me pushing on the door and how much room you can get up in there. Now that is nowhere near 1.5 inches. The next thing is the glass. Maybe some of you have glass, maybe some of you don't. Most doors have clear glass. There's always an option to get obscure glass. Highly recommended. Lets all the light in, but you can't see in or out. Obscure glass, nice. You can change your glass on your door. You're not necessarily stuck with that glass. If you go into your garage and you see screws around the frame, you can change that glass yourself. Go to a glass company and get the glass. Get obscure, get frosted, get whatever tinted, get whatever you want. You can change the glass out. If you bought a cheap door and it has a snap-in retainer, sorry Charlie, live with it. Shouldn't have went cheap. Should have got a decent door that has screw-on retainers. You didn't do that, you're stuck with it. Nothing I can do. You can have the windows tinted or something. I don't know. There's not many options at that point. The other thing you can do is you can get a different machine that mount on the side. The LiftMaster 3800 and their newer model side-mounted machine has an automatic deadbolt. If you have a look here, and the pull rope is on the side. No access from the top. So this particular garage door opener spins the tube Mine's mounted on the left. Door goes down. You can see the pull rope right there. When the door's all the way down, boom, deadbolt goes in, and your door is secure. You can, however, work the deadbolt manually, but it does work automatically with the machine. And as you can see up here up top, I have nothing connected as far as an opener goes to the top of the door. Now, there were also a couple of videos showing how to secure your emergency release by taking the rope off and using a zip tie. It's a cool video. I liked it. It's a good idea. I can't do that for you. You know, it's an emergency release. That means it's an emergency. You need to get out. You need to get out now. Do you have time to run out when your house is burning down with a pair of scissors to cut that? No, you're going to be in a panic. The other one I saw was, you know, instead of a zip tie, the guy used a coat hanger. Is it going to work? Yeah, it's going to work. It's going to keep that machine shut. But once again, don't call me to do that. I'm a professional, and I don't want to be liable if you burn down in your garage because you can't get out. The whole idea behind an emergency release is it's very simple. It's a red dangly rope hanging down the middle of your garage. Boop! You pull it, open the door, you're out of there, period. People tend to do weird things when they panic. And if you run out and you want to get out of that garage door fast, chances are you're in a panic. You don't know why it's not releasing. You forgot your husband put the coat hanger there or the zip tie, and you're stuck in there. So zip tie, coat hanger, yeah, they will prevent the emergency release from being unsnapped with another coat hanger, and they will prevent the emergency release from being pulled, period. But you won't get out. So, a couple good videos on that. Don't call me to do it. I won't do it. The other thing you can do is check the perimeter of your door. Push on your own door. See how far it pushes in with a little bit of pressure. It should be seated tight up against the frame. You shouldn't be able to shove a 1.5-inch block, you know, in between the frame and your door. That means maybe the limits on your garage door opener might not quite be set properly. The one in my showroom, not by design, but by being installed properly, is snug. You're not pulling it back. The limits are set where they need to be. So in this particular video, I think it was a good video. The guy's practiced it a few times. He's done it to some degree on his own house, which was that one quite a few times, to be able to get down to the 6-second mark. But I also think the conditions of his install were rather ideal as far as maybe his top brackets not seating the door up against the frame tight. Maybe he had a little play in that. Maybe he had a little play in the trolley. Maybe the limits weren't quite pushing the door up against the frame. A little fudge room in there, and with a few ideal situations, a few ideal conditions like that where you can see in the glass, and the things aren't set right, yeah, you're in there in 6 seconds, which once again I think was a little bit slow. A hammer, bing, glass out, pull the release. By the time we hit the 6th second, I got your Craftsman set in the back of my truck and I'm down the road. I don't have 4 seconds to spare, guy. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that out there because I got a lot of calls today and I had to go through and watch this. And, you know, there are other videos that have been on YouTube about the coat hanger thing for, you know, years. It's nothing new. So I wouldn't worry about it. If you want, you can check a few things, but, you know, more than likely it's not going to be you. So, to wrap things up, Mike from All Pro Quality Garage Doors in sunny San Diego, bringing you that latest story. Let me get this edited and posted up, and hopefully I won't have to field a lot of calls tomorrow from the panicked customer base of All Pro Quality Garage Doors, and I can get down to more important business. Thanks for tuning in. See you again next time. I know this was not my normal format for doing videos. I like getting out there and doing the opener thing. You guys know that. But I had to get this one out there. So, let me get this edited. I'll get it up. Thanks for watching.
We out of here.